Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Dobby.
And I'm Matthew.
And this is Inside the Pylon. So before we get into the video, I did want to talk about, obviously, we got our free merch samples in. This is what the shirts look like. If you go to Patreon and become a subscriber, this is how you can earn rewards and stuff like that. Obviously, there's different tiers 1 through 4, but if you become a loyalty member, every couple of months you receive a different type of merchandise, and after 6 months you get a free Dobby Does It t-shirt included. So go make sure you check out the Patreon page. Link will be in the description below. But beyond that, let's get back into the show.
Before we get started in the show today, Colin, I'd like you to take a second and let your fans know what you're wearing on top of your head.
I am wearing a Buccaneers hat because we have a photo shoot coming up, and I specifically chose this hat to match with my color. Sorry, they didn't have any white Dolphins hat. My bad. Oh well. It's a banger hat. Look at this hat. This hat's fantastic. I literally could care less.
Alright, anyway.
So anyways, obviously, we had a big week last week. If you didn't see in our other video, all of our free agency predictions, signings, everything that went down last week, go check that out before you check out this video. But this week kind of slowed down. We know that obviously there wasn't going to be as many free agent signings because the big names were all off the board, but there were still a couple that were pretty big that did happen this week.
And you called one to a T, honestly.
I did. Kenny Golladay did end up going to the Giants. I made my prediction last video and called my shot, and it happened.
Yep.
Again, big market for Kenny Golladay, but he wasn't the only move this week. Matt, run us down some of these other moves that had.
Yeah, so a couple of them took me by surprise. Trubisky going to the Bills, for a year, $2.5 million.
Cheap contract for sure. It wasn't anything that was.
But it's just interesting for me because it's not like he's getting a prove-it deal. You're going to be a backup for a year, It's just,
no, and it's guaranteed you're a backup to Josh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's like a little weird for Trubisky, especially we thought he was the best quarterback in free agency this year. So I mean,
right. I mean, it wasn't a grand pool of quarterbacks.
Yeah, no, but still,
And he signed one of the cheapest deals. Other than that, Chris Carson back with the Seahawks,
like
2 years, $14.6 million. Good deal. I like Chris Carson a lot. He's their lead back. Good deal all around. Another running back off the board, Philip Lindsay, going to the Texans on a very, very cheap deal.
It's going to be interesting seeing how him and Ingram work together back there. I think that's a good 1-2 punch.
Yeah, it's just too bad the Texans franchise absolute garbage.
Yeah, they really destroyed that.
Aside
and then James White re-signing with the Pats, the 1 year, $2.5 million. I like that a lot too. Give him another chance. With all the players they got, I still believe they're going to be a run-heavy team. So I believe this is a good.
I just like to see the fit a little better with Cam Newton, see how that goes, see how he can work with him. But aside from that, obviously Golladay, T.Y. Hilton back to the, and by the way, T.Y. Hilton had apparently a much bigger offer from the Baltimore Ravens. Who now this is the second player they've struck out on because they struck out on Juju.
Yeah, they tried giving Juju a lot of money and.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, T.Y. is now coming back to the Colts for $10 million. I love T.Y. He was one of the most underrated receivers in NFL these past decade. And now he's going back to a team on a cheap deal, and he was like the 7th or 8th, maybe even further than that, off the board as far as wide receivers go. Kind of crazy there. David Andrews also back with the Patriots, 4 years, $19 million deal. Steal, my eyes. He's one of the best centers in the league. Got him back for like $5 million a year.
Can't beat that.
That's a great contract. Love that all the way around.
Sue, coming back.
By the way, tell them what you told me earlier about the Bucs and what they did.
I think the salary cap started in 1994, if I believe. Okay. But since a salary cap has been initiative or implemented,
in place, exactly.
No team from the Super Bowl has got back all 22 starters until this year with the Buccaneers. They are returning every starter.
Which is insane.
How? Where's the money coming from?
I didn't think they had the money.
They must got a little money tree back in the corner they're picking out. I just don't get it. I don't understand how they re-signed all of these guys.
A little money tree in that corner.
I'm saying.
But aside from that, Sheldon Rankins got signed. Also a nice little deal to the Jets, 2 years, $17 million. Not one that's talked about much. Rankins is a very good D-tackle, though. I've liked him since he came out of college from Louisville. Very good player. Kyle Fuller was cut by the Bears, and the Broncos reeled him in for a 1 year deal worth $9.5 million. That's a really good deal for Kyle Fuller, who's a very good corner.
Super Bowl winning corner.
Super Bowl winning?
Yeah.
You're thinking of Kendall.
Oh, yeah.
His brother Kendall.
Yeah, it's Kendall.
But Kyle is just as good, if not better than Kendall, actually. Really good player. Dory Jackson. Actually, this one might be a big deal because this is a 3 year, $39 million deal.
That's a lot of money.
It's It
A lot
is.
of money.
For a corner who's really, you're just paying for his speed.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
By the way, going into the next one, our safety, who just got signed by the Eagles, Anthony Harris, how did he only get a 1-year deal for $5 million?
I don't know.
Did teams really look at him and be like, he's not worth that value? Is he that bad?
He's definitely I thought he was one of the best. I mean, maybe it's
Why
just a
did he
prove it
sign
deal.
for that?
Prove it deal. Maybe some off the field issues.
Maybe, but $5 million for one of the best safeties that was on the market. I mean, you look at PFF and like Bleacher Report. I was looking at their rankings, and all of them had Anthony Harris top 5 free agents.
Yeah.
So a $5 million deal for 1 year.
Like I said, there might be some. He might be a little hurt.
But I mean, you look at Hassan Reddick, the linebacker, who came off one good season on a proven deal. They still gave him $8 million.
Yeah.
It's just wild to me. And then other than that, your boy
Dirty Dan, brought him back. Dan Sorensen, 1 year, $2.5 million. I like it.
Yeah. And what are the other ones that happened between today and
yesterday? Fournette, like we were saying earlier, come back to the Bucks.
Run it back.
1 year, $4 million. And then we also had Mercedes Lewis.
He is a dinosaur in the league. I mean, that guy's just absolutely
He's,
always
what, 15, 16 years in the league, and he just signed a 2-year contract?
He's still getting paid, just like Brady. Right?
Yeah.
But he's a tight end.
And they said Adam Schefter said that when he was talking to him that he has none in him wants to slow down. He just wants to keep going.
It's crazy.
They got that Brady gene.
Yeah. But as far as the recent news closes out, we had something before the show that, blew everybody's mind. Remember, this was just maybe an hour or two before we're filming at this point. The Dolphins made a huge move, and I know we haven't talked anything about the draft. We're saving it, but this has to be talked about.
This is a blockbuster trade, man.
Well, this is one that could set league balance for the future. So the Dolphins had the number 3 overall pick going into the draft. They traded back to the 12th pick with the 49ers. So the 49ers moved up to 3. They traded away 3 first-rounders. Their 12th overall pick this year, a first-rounder next year, and a first-rounder the year after that.
And a third-round pick this year.
Just to move up to 3. So, but that wasn't it. It. I mean, that gave the Dolphins 2 first-round picks in the next 4 drafts from last year to 3 years from now.
Yeah.
They had double first-round picks. But then they took that 12th pick, and they moved back up to 6 and traded back up to 6 with the Eagles. Gave the Eagles the 12th pick and a first-rounder next year, which is the Dolphins' own. Moved back up there. So, in reality, the Dolphins moved from 3 to 6, picked up an extra first-rounder and an extra third-rounder. And now they're sitting pretty at 6, making great moves. If you haven't seen the movie Draft Day, the football movie about the draft, go watch that movie because the Dolphins just pulled the draft day. That's a phenomenal move by the Dolphins, and really all parties involved. I don't think there was any losers in any one of these trades.
We'll see. See who San Francisco gets.
Maybe, but
that's a lot of picks, bro.
And we'll get more into whom they might take as far as that goes. But I love this move as a Dolphins fan.
As a Buccaneers fan?
As a Dolphins fan, no, I'm serious. I love these moves.
No, it was great. The Dolphins made a bunch of good moves. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with them.
I really wait till we get into draft talk. But beyond that recaps pretty much our news for the week. So now to close this out here, we're going to have our segment based on free agency called Reward and Robbery. So basically how we did it is we took 6 players. Matt gets 3, I get 3. And we're going to tell you based on their contract, the deal, who they signed with, whether it was a reward for that team and the player or if it was just robbery.
So I'll start it off.
Go ahead.
I'm going to start off with Aaron Jones and the Packers. I honestly think it's reward for both. Aaron Jones plays really good, proved himself. He's getting paid pretty good. And then the Packers have someone that they can rely on for these next 4 years.
Yeah, and he's only getting paid $12 million a year, which isn't bad.
Nope.
Not in this market for a running back of that caliber, not by any means whatsoever. So then going over to my side of the ball here, I got the defensive, Leonard Williams, who ran away with a $21 million per year contract to the Giants, 3 years, $63 million total. I'm just going to say it. That is robbery. Leonard Williams absolutely finessed the Giants. Do I think Leonard Williams is a bad player? No. Do I think he's worth $21 million a year? Absolutely not. He's not even, I don't feel, top 10 at the position as far as DNs go. He might crack it, but he's not there. And to give him more money than I think J.J. Watt and stuff like that, average per year, just wasn't worth that type of player. It's bad. So he robbed him. Sorry, Giants, you got fleeced.
Well, going back to the Giants, we got Kenny Golladay. I'm going to pretty much go reward for Kenny. He definitely earned it. You know, he's going to show if he's going to be a true number 1 receiver. The Giants did give him a lot of money. I don't say they were robbed because, like I said, he has been producing. I'm kind of split on for the team if it was a reward or robbery.
Reward or robbery? You're about to go bankrupt here.
I think reward.
You're gonna go with reward?
Yeah.
I like the move. I could see it. I think he robbed them. Sorry. I think that contract's huge. All right, so kicking it back over to me on the defensive side of the ball again. Bud Dupree. If you didn't watch last episode, then you already know my feelings on this. I hated this move. It's absolute robbery. 5 years, $82 million. Forget about it. He's just not worth that much. The linebacker position, it's not overvalued, but Bud Dupree is. Absolute robbery by Bud Dupree.
And then I go to Trent Williams. 49ers, 6 years, $138 million. Robbery.
Oh.
$138 million in a 6-year contract. I don't know what the clauses are in there, if they can get rid of him after 4 years, if they can renegotiate, I don't know. But just going off of that, robbery, plain day. That's too much money.
All right. And to close up our show, I got one of my favorite moves of free agent signing. Now, this one is reward and robbery because it's William Jackson getting signed from the Bengals over to the Washington football team. 3 years, $42 million. It's reward because you just got a steal of a player, and it's robbery that you got him for that low of a deal. Sorry, it's reward and robbery, but in the best terms that it could be.
Yeah.
Washington football team, you got an absolute unit with William Jackson. Great job there.
Washington football team is going to be something to watch out for. I said this last week. I'm saying it this week. Man, they're winning their division. No Dallas Cowboys, no Giants. It's the Washington football team.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for our show today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Show your support. Check out that Patreon page. Remember, the links to everything will be in the description. Look at this fresh shirt. Come on, man. You know you want to rock one. Support the crew. But signing off, I'm Dobby.
And I'm Matthew.
And this has been Inside the Pylon.